All right, I want to start off by saying it's a big fucking problem when the National Football League comes out and promotes a game to be violent. They know it was going to be violent. They promoted it to be violent. They constantly showed the hit in '05 that Kimo von Oelhoffen did on Carson Palmer. They promote all these big hits. I'm seeing the Hines Ward crackback block on Keith Rivers. I'm seeing, I don't know what fucking Steeler player it was that targeted the fucking punter, broke his jaw, targeted the punter. You know, that's because that's what they do. Um, I see all this shit being promoted constantly by the National Football League. And then when the shit gets violent, the shit gets real, then everybody's got a fucking problem with it. Now, first off, as fans, we need to admit that we love that shit. We want the games to be violent. We don't want players to be handing each other's jerseys and high-fiving each other. We want, this is fucking hand-to-hand combat, okay? This is fucking battle that they're doing on these football fields. We don't, deep down inside as football fans, we don't want to see fucking people good job and great. We want to see it's your city, your colors versus my city, my colors. We're either on your field or we're on my field, okay? And it's gonna get fucking violent. And people out there, they act like they don't want this shit to happen. They act like they don't want, oh, well, they took it too far and they did this and they did that. You want this shit. That's why the NFL promoted it. That's why the NFL told you it was going to be violent. That's why this was the highest rated game of Wild Card Weekend and probably will be the highest rated game throughout the entire playoffs, excluding the Super Bowl. I promise you that. So then when shit got real, everybody got a problem. Now let's go over the fucking game. Because I got some major fucking problems with this game. Not just because I'm a Bengals fan, okay? I got problems with this game because the refs fucking blew it. And they've been blowing the shit all season long. They've been blowing games all year long. I watched a video a couple months ago that showed me how the NFL was fixed and how it was rigged. First, I didn't believe it. Then I start watching these fucking games. Then I start watching more videos on this shit. You can find this shit on YouTube. And it basically shows you how the NFL rigs games in their favor for ratings and shit like that. Now, you can't fucking tell me that it was coincidence that the New England Patriots won the Super Bowl the year that 9/11 went down. You cannot tell me that it's coincidence that the Steelers won the Super Bowl 2005, Jerome Bettis' last year, in his home fucking city of Detroit. Storybook endings. The shit just happens? I don't fucking think so. Go back and watch the Super Bowl from '05. You tell me, and I'm pretty sure all Arizona Cardinal fans will agree, that fucking Super Bowl was fixed. There is no doubt about it in my mind. All right? I'm going to get to the game, but I want to make one more quick point. The Steelers and the Bengals both lose in this situation. The Steelers are not going to go on to win the Super Bowl. They're fucking beat up. They're hurt. There ain't no fucking way that secondary is going to be able to stop Peyton Manning and the referees. Because the same fuckery that happened to us, trust me, Steeler fans, it's going to happen to you next week. They are setting us up for Brady, Manning in the AFC Championship game for the fucking 50th time. That's what they're going to spoon feed us that shit. And I promise you watch and you see. And if it don't happen, but I really fucking feel like that's what's happening. The only winner in all of this shit is the National Football League. They get huge ratings. They get huge money. They get to fine all these people, collect all that fucking money. Next year, I guarantee you both Pittsburgh, Cincinnati games will be in prime time. They'll make a fucking fortune off of it. It'll be violent. They'll promote it to be violent, just like they did this last one. And they'll call it a heated rivalry. But they'll make all the fucking money. They'll make all the money. They'll make all the profit. They'll fine everybody. They'll suspend people. They don't give a fuck about these players and all that shit. They don't give a shit about their safety or anything. They just want one fucking thing. And their motive is money. They want the best matchup, the highest ratings. They want the fucking money. That's it. And that's what they did. And that's what they'll continue to do. And they win. They win big time. Everybody's going to want to see Pittsburgh Cincinnati next year. I fucking promise it. It'll be the highest rated game of the fucking season. They did it to Baltimore, Pittsburgh. They've done it countless times. They promote the hate and the violence, and then when the shit gets hateful and violent, they want to say, oh, we're going to spend this player. We're going to fucking find that player. We're going to do all this shit because we want the money. Because, you know, they damage the integrity of the game. Let me tell you something. Roger Goodell don't give a fuck about the integrity of the game. Okay? He don't give a flying shit about the players or the integrity of the game. He cares about one thing, and that's making all his investors rich, making all the owners rich, and put money in his own fucking pocket. That's all he cares about. Now to the game. Shit in that game, there's a lot of shit. It's two things in particular that just got swept under the rug. Nobody's paying attention to it. Number one is the Sean Williams hit early in that game. I believe it was Martavius Bryant. Comes over the middle. Absolutely 100% clean hit. There was no fucking argument about that one. Shoulder pad in the chest. Great catch by the receiver. And he gets flagged 15 yards. Now, why is this significant? Well, what happens in that 15 yards is it puts him in fucking field goal range. I don't believe they converted a first down after that fucking hit. They kick a field goal. That's 3 points. 3 points, okay? Then you go to the catch in the end zone, the Martavius Bryant catch, which you can argue whether it was a catch or not. The problem that I have, I don't believe it was a catch because he didn't possess it fully all the way through the catch. The problem is we don't know what a fucking catch is anymore. We don't know if it was a fucking catch or not. If you look at the play in slow motion, he doesn't fully possess the ball with both feet in. Now, that thing was moving. It wasn't moving as a sense as it was loose, but he was shuffling that thing and scooting it up under his butt to get control of that fucking thing, and his feet were not in bounds. Did the ball shift? Or no, it didn't. He stuck it to his butt, but he rolled it up under. You can argue whether it was a catch or not. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Great effort either way. But we don't know what a fucking catch is anymore. You mean tell me that was a catch? But Des Bryant shit was a drop? Are you fucking serious? You can rule this shit a catch and then that a drop. How many times have we seen the ball break the plane and then be dropped after it was broken the plane, the ball receiver had possession, all that shit, and then it hits the ground? Look, Calvin Johnson. It happens to every fucking buddy. But that shit was a catch. Come on now. You're going to have to come up one way or the other. We got to know what the hell you're going to tell us what a catch is or not. You're going to have to define it. But you won't because National Football League likes shit to go their way all the time. So that's never going to be cleared up, all right? So that's the two things that really bother me that got just kind of swept on the rug. Nobody fucking talks about it. Those are two big plays. That's 10 points that could or could not have been on the board. That's all circumstantial shit, okay? Let's move on to the Giovanni Bernard hit, because that's really when shit started getting heated. And, people started throwing shit on the field, and the Bengals players, you can see it energized them. It fired them up, because they scored, 15 unanswered after that. Or whatever the fuck it was. 14 unanswered, whatever the hell. I don't give a shit. It don't matter. Ryan Shazier lowers the crown of his helmet and puts it into the face mask of Giovanni Bernard. They say it wasn't a penalty because the runner was established as a runner. But yet, every time somebody drops the crown of their helmet, anytime, it's a fucking penalty. But because Giovanni Bernard established himself as a runner, which I don't even fucking think he did. I mean, he turned around and bang, there's the crown of a helmet in his fucking jaw. Knocks him out, laying on the field. And while he's laying on the field, these motherfuckers are in the middle of the field dancing. I even see one clip of him waving as he was fucking being fucking off the field. He's running off the field. You know, lucky his bitch ass didn't hurt him seriously because he got up and ran off the field. Thank God, because Gio's an amazing human being. Took his fucking rookie check and sent money down to Haiti to build schools and shit off his fucking rookie check. And you fucking hit him right with the crown of your helmet just because you're pissed off because you don't like the fucking Bengals. Don't tell me, and then he sends it puts out an apology and prays that he's okay, but the motherfucker didn't give a shit about him when he was standing in the field dancing around like a little bitch. And I know people will say, oh, well, Vontaze Burfict was celebrating after the Le'Veon Bell hit. No, Vontaze Burfict made the hit, ran over to his fucking sideline, and then did what he had. I didn't see him dancing in the middle of the field and making all these fucking corny-ass dance moves and shit in a 50-yard line. Because that's what, if you watch the video, Kevin Huber's standing there. Kevin Huber, a punter, who, mind you, had his jaw broke for some bullshit that should have never happened because some other Steelers player who's fucking obviously soft as hell targeted the punter for no damn reason said something to him. And then the shit just started popping off. You know, it's a violent game. NFL promoted it to be violent. It's fucking violent. It got violent. Now it's a problem. So, Gio takes this hit from the crown of his helmet. You got the sumbitch dancing in the middle of the field. No flag. From what I know, no fine. From what I know, no suspension. Oh, it was a bang-bang play. My ass. It was a bang-bang play. He knew what the fuck he was doing. This shit's been happening. Look at the Browns Steelers, I think it was 2012, when they was just knocking players out left and right using the crowns of their fucking helmet. Half the rules in the rule book are because they're fucking dirty. You can't target the quarterback below the waist because of the 05 Carson Palmer incident. You cannot crackback block on nobody because Hines Ward sucker punched the fuck out of Keith Rivers. The list goes on and on and on. Somehow, the Bengals ended up being the dirty team out of this. That's fucking funny how that works. Then we get the Vontaze Burfict. Everybody's calling him dirty player. I've seen him called a thug, fucking ghetto, you know, fucking call him, I see one person call him a piece of human garbage. A piece of fucking human garbage? Really? That's how low you think this motherfucker is? A piece of human garbage? And that was somebody from Cincinnati. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Because I'm not very happy about how the Cincinnati fans reacted to this whole fucking thing. Like a bunch of bitches. But I'm going to get to that in a minute. The Burfict hit in question, which made him a piece of human garbage, you can tell by watching the video. First off, he led with his shoulder. Okay? Antonio Brown ducked his fucking head. And in the last second, you could tell Vontaze Burfict meant to pull up on that. He tried to get the fuck up out of that. You can tell he did. But yet, the hit was landed. It was to the head. They want to say a defensive receiver when the ball was uncatchable. His fucking hand tipped the fucking ball. How the fuck is a ball uncatchable when the ball gets tipped by if the receiver gets his fucking hand on it with the gloves they use and the size of their hands and the athletic fucking ability of these people? They could catch the fucking ball. Don't tell me it was uncatchable. That's bullshit. Now, if he would have caught that ball and established himself as a runner and then the hit happened, I guarantee you he would have got fucking flagged. I don't give a fuck what we wouldn't have been arguing that he would have got flagged anyway. He was fucked no matter what he did. He should have never made the hit. I mean, it don't change the fact that he should have never done it, but that was a bang-bang play where a defender tried to pull up and used his shoulder, but yet they still flagged him. And now he's a thug, and he's ghetto trash, and, you know, all this other shit because of that hit. Let me tell you something. I'm fucking damn glad Vontaze Burfict is a Cincinnati Bengal. I hope he remains a Cincinnati Bengal for a long fucking time. And if you cut him today, which a lot of people in Cincinnati, cut him. You cut him today, there will be 31 teams, Steelers included, lined up to sign that motherfucker. They will sign him in a heartbeat. Because he is a fucking monster on the field. When he is fully healthy, he's untouchable. Nobody can fuck with him. Oh, he's a hothead. He's had problems in the past. I hear some radio announcer on the fucking radio today just thrashing him. What he did in Arizona State, and what he did this, and how he did that. And calling him a thug and all that shit. And, he's ghetto and blah, 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 blah. You don't fucking know this man. You don't know Vontaze Burfict. You see what he does on the field. Yeah, he's a little fucking dirty. I ain't gonna lie. But Shazier isn't fucking dirty. James Harrison isn't a fucking dirty player. Joey Porter ain't a fucking dirty player. I'll get to his bitch ass in 1 second. There's a lot of dirty players in the league that play dirty. That don't mean they're fucking horrible human beings. Fucking Cameron Hayward is up for the Man of the Year award. And that motherfucker's one of the dirtiest players I've seen. You watch him fucking play. He's dirty as fuck. He's up for the Man of the Year award. Are you kidding me? It's just fucking crazy to me. Fucking crazy to me. He's fine. He's suspended 3 games. Burfict, I'm talking about here. The whole city's trying to run him out of fucking town. They want him to cut him. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. What makes him a thug? What makes him a thug? What makes him... Because he plays rougher than the other kids? I mean, what the fuck? You kidding me? It's like when you watch Pee Wee football and the little kids are running around. The one kid's just knocking the shit out of everybody else. The opposing team can't stand that kid. And then it causes problems. Then the coaches and shit's yelling. I see that shit before. You got the one kid that's just dominant. And nobody fucking likes it. Nobody likes that one guy to just be above everybody else and is completely dominant, dominating everybody else. So they want to cut him and shit. That's what they want to do. They want to cut fucking Vontaze Burfict. Stupid as fuck. And then let's get to Joey Porter. How in the fuck do you let Joey Porter on the football field in the Bengals defensive huddle? Oh, well, the referees gave him the benefit of the doubt because the player was down on the field for an extended time. No. You fucking know his history. He runs his mouth more than anybody. Let's go back to 2007 when him and 4 of his buddies jumped Levi Jones, a former offensive lineman of the Cincinnati Bengals, in Las Vegas, okay? The videotape's on the internet. Levi Jones starts whooping Joey Porter's ass, and his friends jump in, and then they jump him in the middle of the fucking casino. But you let this guy on the field. You gave him the benefit of the doubt? You gave this guy the benefit of the doubt. And then he walks over into our fucking huddle. Defensive huddle. Obviously, the Bengals didn't like that too much. They were already pissed off at the way they were getting fucked by the referees and the way that the play was going. And remember, they wanted this game violent, and it got fucking violent. And now the referees are trying to get control of the game. No, what they're doing is they're penalizing one team and letting the other team get away with this shit, which got to be awful fucking frustrating for a player. That's why the shit got crazy with the Bengals. That's why everybody wants to point the fingers at the Bengals. What the fuck would you do if this shit was going on to you? You can't tell me with a straight face that you wasn't fired up and pissed off watching this game. You want them to keep their composure. They're out there on the fucking field. They're dealing with it. You didn't play with Giovanni Bernard. You ain't worked with Giovanni Bernard. You ain't watched your brother put in sweat and blood and tears the entire season to get fucking taken out by Ryan Shazier on a dirty fucking hit. And it was a dirty hit. Imagine what they're feeling. All right? Imagine somebody walked up and just a fucking grown man just punched your little fucking 13-year-old brother in the fucking face. What the hell would you do? That's the type of shit this was. It was dirty, and they were pissed about it. And then you got this motherfucker over there antagonizing them and shit, trying to get shit. And they should have thrown the flag immediately. They shouldn't have even let it get to. Once his ass was over there talking shit, they should have immediately threw the flag. They should have threw that son of a bitch, and it would have neglected. It would have taken away the Vontaze Burfict hit. So in other words, it'll put them on the 50 fucking yard line with 22 seconds to go. Now, this is all circumstantial. This might not have changed the outcome. They might have got another couple. They might have kicked the field goal. I'm not saying that this costed us the game or it didn't cost us the game. Okay, I'm not going to say that. We lost. That's what it is. I'm not mad about the loss. Okay, I haven't seen a fucking playoff win here in 25 years. I can give a fuck if I have to wait one more to get it. And trust me, we'll get it. I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad about is the fact that they didn't throw a flag on a coach that was in the middle of our huddle and would have put them back to the 50-yard line, giving us a better chance to win. It would say what they should have done. The rules state they should have done it. Everything states they should have done it. Instead, they flagged Pac-Man Jones for saying something. Now, everybody's attacking Pac-Man Jones. They attacked Pac-Man Jones because he fucking stood up and said something? The fuck is he supposed to do? Just stand there and let this man up in his fucking huddle? He said he went to the referee, said he needs to get up out of here. So he grazed the referee, so they throw a flag? They should have never got to that point. As soon as they seen Joey Porter didn't give a fuck about Antonio Brown laying on the ground, all he gave a fuck was going over there to Steelers, or to the fucking Bengals huddle, they should have thrown the flag immediately, right then and there. I guarantee you Mike Tomlin sent his ass over there. I guarantee you somebody sent his ass over there. Because they're giving him a fucking game ball for it. I'll tell you what, I'm more ashamed of the fact, I would be more ashamed of the fact that my team intentionally caused fucking problems like little baby bitches just so they could win a game. If you're proud of that as a Steelers fan, I mean, you're giving game balls. You got fucking Snoop Dogg's irrelevant ass on talking all this shit on fucking whatever the fuck he's on. Motherfucker had one album and now he's the fucking superstar. The only reason you're fucking relevant is because you smoke a little bit of fucking weed. I mean, once you started with the shizzle, whizzle, whizzle, all that shit, shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about that garbage. Nobody cares about you. I don't even know how the fuck you're a Pittsburgh fan anyway. You're fucking born on the West Coast. The fuck? So you got the flags. It flagged Pac-Man Jones for saying, get him up out of my huddle, and he grazed the fucking referee. This shit, they was against us from the fucking get-go. And this just proves it. So then you make, what would have taken it away, put them on the 50. Even if you don't take away the perfect penalty and you just stop it right there, you're talking about a 50-yard field goal. But no. They give them 15 more yards. They give them 30 yards worth of penalties in one play. I can't find a fucking rule on this. I've looked it up. Maybe there is one. I don't know. But I'd have never seen any NFL game where two 15-yard flags on one fucking play. I've never seen it before, and I'll probably never see it again. So this makes it a chip shot. Pretty much a chip shot for their kicker, because their kicker's pretty damn good. That is complete bullshit. Knowing his history, knowing Joey Porter's history and what he's been through and the way he fucking handles himself and the way he carries himself, they should have known better than to let him on the fucking field. And it states in the rules only the trainer and the head coach should be on the fucking field. But you know, I wouldn't doubt it if Mike Tomlin ran out, because that motherfucker likes to step in front of people while they're running down the fucking field. You know, you got fucking Mike Munchak or whatever the fuck his name is. Fucking shitty ass offensive lineman, whatever the fuck he play. I don't know what the hell he is. Pulling fucking hair and jerking on fucking players. And you got all this shit, you know, all these coaches going. You're the fucking coach. Set an example with your bitch ass. Do something. You don't need to be fucking doing all this childish ass shit. They want to call the Bengals a dirty football team. Did you see any of our? And that's another thing. They want to talk about all the coaches. Oh, there was Bengals coaches on the field. There's Bengals coaches all over the fucking field. No, the Bengals coaches wasn't in the fucking Pittsburgh huddle talking shit, was they? The Bengals coaches would never do that. You know why? Because Marvin Lewis would not fucking allow it to happen. Now that we're on Marvin Lewis, all these people in Cincinnati, and this fucking pisses me off, all these people in Cincinnati are talking about fire Marvin. He's lost control of the team. He can't do this. He can't do that. He bad clock management and fucking, you know, he's an idiot and all this shit. They need fire Marvin. What the fuck you gonna fire Marvin Lewis for? Do you remember the 90s? Here's a man who came in, changed a complete culture change. We was the laughing stock of the National Football League. Now, nobody wants to come in this motherfucker and play us. Nobody wants anything to do with us. We got one of the top quarterbacks in the league, top receivers in the league. He finds gems in the draft more than any other fucking team in the league. This dude knows fucking football, okay? He knows football players. He knows how to find them. He knows how to pick them. He knows how to run an organization. He has made us credible. 0-7 in the playoffs. I get that. And I heard an argument on Dan Patrick this morning talking about maybe he just can't get him over the hump. You know what? Maybe he's right. I'll listen to that argument. I'm not going to listen to some fucking knee-jerk reaction to fucking just fire Marvin. That's stupid. I'll listen to maybe he can't get him over the hump. Because maybe what he needs to do, and this is my belief, I believe he needs to be the general manager of the Cincinnati Bengals, and they need to go out and get a head coach. I think it's time for Marvin to be the general manager because he is a fucking amazing at doing his job and finding players and building the building blocks that it takes to build an organization up to where it is credible. And we've been fucking credible ever since 2002 when he fucking came into the league, into our organization. Changed everything. Now we want to run him out of fucking town. Along with the best linebacker in the league. Along with one of the top corners in the league. One of the best redemption stories of the league in Adam Jones. We want to run them all fucking out. And then you got people talk shit about Pecco. One of the nicest fucking guys I've ever met in my life. Might as well fucking run him out too. Hell, send Geno Atkins out too. Fuck it. Just blow the whole thing up and rebuild it, right? Trade Andy Dalton. Fuck it. Trade AJ Green. Just send them all out. That's because that's what will happen. Okay? Guys that leave here, they come back here. Because they fucking love it here. They wasn't doing that shit in the 90s. You couldn't get a free agent come here in the 90s. Fucking kidding me? You want to run him out of fucking town. Now, I heard on one radio station, I think it was fucking Booger McFarland. I could be wrong. You know, his irrelevant ass. Everybody talks about how good he is. Motherfucker, ain't nobody know your name. Nobody even knows who the fuck you are. All they know is that your name is Booger. Alright? The average fan don't even know what the fuck position you play. But you say Anthony McFarland, everybody's like, who the fuck is Anthony McFarland? You say Booger McFarland. Oh, yeah. Booger McFarland. Yeah, I know him. You're fucking irrelevant. He wants to talk about how he would cut Vontaze Burfict immediately. And it speaks about how it don't speak to the coaches. It speaks to the players and the locker room. And there must be issues in the locker room. From what I've heard, we've had the strongest fucking locker room in the National Football League. Hell, before the season started and last year, many people around the league talking about how we're a model organization. We're drafting the right players. We're putting it all together. All the pieces fall in line. It always works. This is how you build an organization. Through the draft. Not through free agency. Not through all this other shit. But through the draft. This is how it's done. This is the model of success. Now, all of a sudden, because of one fucking game, we got a weak locker room. We got fucking problems. We got to fire Marvin Lewis. You got fucking report that players said that Marvin Lewis let it fucking get that way and all that. I don't fucking believe that. There's no way that Marvin Lewis said he wanted, just let this shit go on. All right? I've been here my entire life. I've seen Marvin Lewis since he came in. He ain't going to let this shit go on. Does he draft questionable players? Yeah. Yeah, he does. That's how you get gems in the draft. Because that player that everybody else passed up on may get his shit together and be a fantastic player. And I can go through a list of them, but this video is getting kind of long already, so I'm not going to fucking do that. One last thing, okay? Where do we go from here? As fans, as an organization, what's the Bengals do? Because this is by far the worst fucking loss in Bengals history. And I think that's what it needs. I think sometimes you need to hit rock bottom before you can fucking start to climb out. And if as a Bengals fan, I personally feel like it's us against the fucking world. I think the players should feel like it's them against the fucking world. The referees ain't going to help you. Because you're a small market team. Roger Goodell sure as fuck ain't going to help you. Nobody's out there going to help you. Everybody's against you. Fuck, your own city's against you. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Fucking ashamed of themselves. You want to run everybody out of town and call this player. Look, if that shit never happened, if Jeremy Hill never fumbled that football, I guarantee you're out there buying your Vontaze Burfict jersey. I guarantee you're out there buying your Pac-Man Jones jersey. And you're praising how great Vontaze Burfict is. And you're loving the fact that Pac-Man Jones is on your team. They win that fucking game, you ain't saying none of the shit you're saying now. And their play ain't changed. Just in one game. They've been that way for a while. Both of them have been. You know, they play fucking hard. They play the game hard. They play the game physical, and they ain't afraid to fucking say nothing to nobody. I love that. I'm proud of that. Because many years ago, the team would fucking pack it in and say to hell with it, and laugh and have a joke and all that shit in the fucking locker room after they'd lost their 10th game of the year. You know, in the 1990s, we was talking fucking draft in October. And the guys you want to run out of town have been a huge part in changing all that. So you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, the way I feel. So it's us against the world. And I hope that the team absorbs that. I hope the team takes it and runs with it. I hope they learn from this, and I hope that they know when to turn it on and turn it off. That's the big key. I mean, you know, it's a young fucking football team, which is a good thing for us because over the next fucking 10 years, I promise you we'll own this division. We'll get our playoff win. We'll get our Super Bowl. Andy Dalton's only in his 5th year. AJ Green, 5th year. Vontaze Burfict, young. You can go through the list. All right? These guys are just now entering their fucking prime. Okay? We're going to be just fine. But I hope the team adapts this us against the world mentality. And that's my message. If anybody out there sees it, Pac-Man Jones, you know, Vontaze Burfict, don't let this people get you down. Don't let what people are saying change the way that you play your fucking game. Just know when to turn it on and turn it off. You play the game the same way. I appreciate you standing up for Giovanni Bernard in this city and fighting back this bullshit that they get away with. They somehow get away with. They're a big market team. They get fucking away with everything. So does New England. You know, you just watch the fucking tapes. You can go on YouTube and watch all the shit. New England, Pittsburgh, you know, you fucking, all these big market teams, they get away with fucking murder. Green Bay, Seattle. I mean, look at all of it. They get away with fucking murder all the time. They get away with this bullshit calls, and then, you know, then later they'll send a statement, and then they'll find this guy to do whatever. That, you know, the NFL fucking do all this fuckery. But they need to have a chip on their shoulder. We as fans need to have chips on our shoulders. Nobody's going to help us out. Refs ain't going to fucking give us the calls we want. Teams ain't, you know, they're going to want to come in here and, you know, get us all riled up, especially the Steelers. You know, shit like that's going to happen. It's us against the fucking world. We got all the talent in the world. We got a lot to look forward to. This is only the beginning. We still got another 10 years of winning if we keep this shit in place. And that's pretty much all I got to say. You know, fuck Joey Porter, fuck Ryan Shazier, fuck all them motherfuckers. There's something wrong with them motherfuckers. And it starts with Mike Tomlin. Any head coach that's going to step on the field and try to trip somebody up or run their fucking mouth the way he does, or motherfucker, you ain't even that good. You're winning with Bill Cowher's team, motherfucker. Bill Cowher built that shit. You got Bill Cowher's quarterback. All right? You got a lot of Bill Cowher's players, okay? You ain't drafted particularly fucking well lately. So, I love my chances over the next 10 years over your fucking over your shit. And I'm not putting this video out there to fight with Steeler fans or fight with fucking anybody. All I'm saying is there was some dirty shit that went on in that game. And there's some dirty shit that goes on in that league wide in all NFL teams, especially small market teams, because they don't want them matchups. They don't bring them money, don't bring them ratings. They don't want that shit. So that's all I'm saying. All right, I'm out.